Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of What the Quote. I'm Tawana, your host with the most, and I'm super excited about the quote that I have chosen today, which is by Lou Holtz, who used to be a football coach and sportscaster. The quote is, "The man who complains about the way the ball bounces is likely to be the one who dropped it." So, after my theme song, we're going to chat a little bit about this quote from Lou.
And with the quote, we create kind humans who speak kindness, show kindness. Be a kind human. Be a kind human.
Listen, by now you know that I absolutely love quotes. I use them to inspire, I use them to keep me focused, to change my life. I absolutely love quotes. And this quote was really interesting to me just by the words that Lou used to describe the quote. The quote is, "The man who complains about the way the ball bounces is likely to be the one who dropped it." So at first, when I was writing down notes for this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is about the person who complains, who is always complaining about the way things are done, the way that the ball bounces, the weight of the ball, the direction that the ball went in, the person who was responsible for bouncing the ball. At first, I thought it was all about complaining. And I do think that there is an aspect of the quote that is about complaining, because so often we see the behavior of everyone else and we judge the behavior of everyone else. And so many times it's so easy to see the behavior of other people. And you know even the way that we use that to separate us instead of bringing us closer together. It's kind of like, what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on all of the differences, or are you focusing on the togetherness, the synchronicities? That's easy for me to say. Are you focusing on all of the things that are alike, that you have in common? Because that is the key, just like the quote that says, what you focus on expands. And so as I was kind of looking over this quote about the man who complains, you know even the word complain, oftentimes we are able to see and judge how often other people complain, but not so much how much we complain. I can, it's very easy for me to notice when other people are complaining about their job, their spouses, their kids, the traffic, um, you name it. Like, a lot of people do a lot of complaining. I mean, it's so, and even in the complaining about other people, it really takes the focus off of our own behavior. Like, when is the last time you did the thing that you are complaining about other people doing? Because maybe if you spot it, you also got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are able to see it in other people, that might mean that you have a little bit of what you are seeing. And so here's an example. So I did a video on TikTok, because I love TikTok. And what I was my video was about the fact that um, stop. Let me make sure that I have the right video. It was about, I think it was about like stop rehearsing the same thing that you continue to rehearse. It was either that or um, I think it was that. Anywho, so this lady responded to the video like, well, what do you mean this, that, or the other? And so it was a perfect example. I haven't responded back to her, but it was like, this is exactly what I mean. Like, if you are triggered enough to respond, you got to think about, why are you responding? If you are triggered by people complaining, is that because you yourself also complain? Or maybe you have complained about the same thing. And so it's really this whole thing of being aware. If you are aware of other people complaining, are you just as aware when you complain? And so I'm going to give you an exercise at the end that is absolutely delicious. You might not think it's delicious, but it is. So at first when I was thinking about this quote, I thought it was about complaining about how the ball was bounced. You know, this quote from Lou Holtz is, the man who complains about the way the ball bounces is likely to be the one who dropped it. So I do think that there is an aspect of complaining in this quote, but then I noticed there's also this aspect of blaming. Like, it's your fault I dropped the ball. You're the reason why this happened. You made me feel this way. You are the reason why I responded the way that I did. It's kind of like blaming. You know, this complaining and blaming, they're really close relatives. You know, I kind of think of them as brother and sister. They live like in the same wheelhouse, in the same house as each other. Because if I am blaming you, and I know this is really big, people are like, well, you made me feel this way. Now, did I? Did I really make you feel that way? Or is that the way you chose to feel? Because there's a difference of responsibility in that. If I am saying that other people are the blame for my life, how I show up, the choices that I make, why I'm in the position that I'm in, it really does not allow me to feel empowered, because I am at the, I'm kind of, I put my life in the hands of other people because I think that I am allowing them to make me feel a certain way. Just like if you pop off at somebody or cuss somebody out, whatever, I use pop off, you might use cuss out, whatever the word you use. I mean, did they really make me cuss them out, or did I choose to cuss them out? Because I could have made a different choice. I could have made the choice to give them grace. I could have made the choice to allow this moment to be a teachable moment. I could allow it, if somebody responds to me in a way that is not loving, the easy thing for me to do is respond back in a way that is not loving. Or I could make the choice to say, hey, sis, bro, how's everything? Are you okay? I'm just checking in. Because maybe something has happened in their life that is, that is like causing them to deal with you in the way that they are. And so just being aware that you are nobody's victim. Nobody is making you do something or not do something. You have every right and ability to live your life in a way that honors you, that doesn't have anything to do with how the ball is being bounced. Okay? Maybe it is that you know, you were one step off. Maybe you went for the ball 2 seconds early. Maybe, you noticed something out of the corner of your eye. It could be a whole host of things. Blaming and complaining really is not the way to go. I mean, it's the easy way to go. It's the way that a lot of people go. But just because it's easy and the crowd is doing it does not mean that that is the best thing for you to do. Because maybe you are the change agent that needs to happen in the situation. This is not about you doing the things that you have always done. If you are always complaining and always blaming, like, do you want to be around people who are always complaining and always blaming? Like, is that like the perfect experience for you? And so this is really about opening yourself up to another way of being, of seeing life. Because if you are complaining, you're not creating. If you are constantly complaining about the way that the situation is, the way that your life is, that probably means that you are not focused on creating a different way to be, a different way for you to live your life. I took this personal development class and um, Zarvis, and one of the things that the Jim Zarvis always talked about was, are you in opportunities and possibilities? Are you in that? Are you in, this is a great opportunity for, or this is a great possibility to? Are you in that, or are you complaining? Are you being a victim? Like, that is the beautiful thing about releasing the need to complain and blame, because that's going to keep you where you are. It's not going to keep you in opportunities and possibilities. It is going to keep you in victimhood. And who wants to be? Are you a victim? Who wants to be that? Nobody wants to be a victim. And so it's just this way of opening yourself up to take one step, just one step in the direction of, okay, so what is this here to teach me? I think that's one of the best things that you can, one of the best questions that you can ask yourself. What is this here to teach me about me? Because I've said it a million times before, it's not to teach you about the jacked up behavior of other people. That is not why you are here. You are here to learn as much as you can about yourself. So what is this bouncing of the ball? Me dropping the ball, focusing on the ball. What is that here to teach me about me? That's the key. That's the magic. That is where the growth is. That is where the movement from victimhood to opportunities and possibilities, like, that is where it lies, right there. And so what I really want to do is invite you as often as possible. I was looking for my hat. That's what my pause was. I think I put my coaching hat somewhere. I don't have it at my disposal. Anyway, um, so just be open to the possibility of releasing your need to complain, releasing your need to blame, and ask yourself, what can this teach me? What can I learn? What is it about this situation that is coming up that is inspiring me to learn more about me? What Is this situation presenting me with opportunities and possibilities to live in? Because that's really the key. That is what is going to move you from where you are to what you were created to do, is to respond and react differently than what you have. Because it's really not about the ball, how it's bounced, whether you dropped it. It's really about what the ball is here to teach you about you. That's the key. That's the key. That's where the focus is. And so here's the homework for this week. And, I don't know if you're going to like it or not, but that's just not, I'm here to keep you in opportunities and possibilities. So here's the assignment. I want you to pick one day, one morning, 1 hour, 15 minutes. I don't know, whatever feels right for you. I would love for it to be one day or a half of a day. And I want you to begin the process of noticing how many times you complain and what it is you are complaining about. Are you complaining that the alarm clock didn't go off? Are you not notice that I said that the alarm clock did not go off, or did you not set the alarm clock? That's the difference. How the coffee tastes. The barista was mean. Somebody cut you off in traffic. Somebody didn't have the correct spelling of your name. You see what I'm going? Like, I want you to really notice, and I would love for you to write it down in your notes or your phone or something. How many times you complained and what you were complaining about, because that is going to give you some information about where you may be stuck. And it can be a whole host. I just want you to notice the things that you are complaining about and the number of times that you complain. And that is going to begin to open you up to the process of opportunities and possibilities. And so as you begin to notice the things that you're complaining about, then it's like, I wonder why I'm complaining about that. That, that's my indicator is, it may not be, that's what I love. And so really begin to notice, I wonder why I am reacting that way. I wonder why I'm complaining. So that's the process of learning more and more about yourself, is you have to come off of automatic pilot of complaining and blaming other people, notice it, and then begin to just be curious about, why is this happening? I just wonder why. So that is the episode for this week. Thank you so much for listening. Follow me on all forms of social media. I would love to continue to stay connected. Hey, I wrote a theme song. You want to hear it? Here it goes.
And with the quote, we create kind humans who speak kindness, show kindness. Be a kind human. Be a kind human.